Alright, yo, what up, everybody? It's like, I guess, like, it's like a little blog or whatever. Just, random rambling, just talking about different shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'll still, probably do the freestyles later. You can check that out, or else, no, I'm just playing. But, like, alright, I guess, just be talking about, like, random shit that pops in my head. Oh, it was kind of funny earlier, like, I had, like, went by in the college and shit. So, going to like register, for like fall. Funny thing is like, the funny thing is like, when I like first like swipe whatever in the card or whatever, and like I had to wait for like 15 minutes. So I went like to the vending machine, got a soda or whatever, and I went back. But then instead of advising, I accidentally like went to like the disability service part, and like it started to ask like the lady that was sitting there. I was like, have I been called yet? And then I was like, oh, never mind, and I left. And that probably like people with the disability like sitting there thinking like, no, don't leave. You really seem to need our services. Because I was like all messed up. But I don't know. That shit seemed funnier at the time. I don't know. But like yeah. But like I mean overall, just like different shit. Like what's going on? Oh yeah. Remember hearing about they're saying like some of them right wing like libertarians or whatever. When now like as far as different things that they're critiquing about like the government intervening in, now they're talking about like criticizing like the civil rights bill, like like 1964 or whatever. Like Ron Paul had said something about that too. But now I was like, man, like I was like, are you serious? Because it's not like what I'm saying, like it's not like a freedom to infringe on other people's freedom. Like you don't have the God given right to oppress. Like I don't think that's like part of the free market or whatever. And like I think that not to say that the government can't overstep its bounds. Like I think the Patriot Act is an example of that. But like I think the government is well within its rights. Like to intervene if oppression is going on, including like if it's done by corporations. Because I mean I think like real freedom is like anybody, like despite like their background or whatever, like should be able to go with their where they please without discrimination, like do business anywhere, what I mean, like potentially get hired anywhere, whatever. Also, like another thing too, like think of as far as like chipping away at civil rights too, like I think that's one of the problems potentially with that immigration bill, like because it's like one of those things where like even if the actual like whole intent is not just strictly to like do racial profiling and they try to avoid it, at the end of the day it's going to boil down to that. If you're going to like be looking for people that seem like they might be what I'm saying, illegal aliens, it's going to come down to like like race at the end of the day, or like people that seem Hispanic. So you know so like that's another thing too. And like even if it's and I think also too, like because a lot of times not that all cops like are bad cops and not all would do that, but I just think too if you give like saying like like the power to like basically like saying like decide saying like on your own, like saying that that they can like based upon anything else, any other violation that someone did, to check up on that also, like saying like they could they could already be in the midst of like profiling somebody for something else, and then on top of that, like like look for to violate their rights further by checking if the immigration status when they could have just been minding their business, because like cops will profile in the first place, like sometimes without really reasonable cause. You know what I'm saying? Alright, another thing. Alright, off of politics. Um, another thing. as far as like hip hop shit lately, there's like some controversy too, like with the J Electronica thing, like some of the statements like he had made, in regards to like the whole shit with New York or whatever. I personally, don't see any problem with it because he was like recalling how he felt in the past. You know what I'm saying? About like feeling that a lot of cats up north, and there are some that do that, even though it's not everybody. Like I guess just generalize about down south cats as if everybody's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I think it's hip hop. You know what I mean? To stand up for yourself when you feel disrespected as a man. You know, I mean, cats have always done that. So I mean, I see no problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he made it clear he meant no disrespect to RZA or, anybody in particular. He just like was talking about how he felt back then. He felt kind of disrespected, and I guess like it felt it was disheartening to always have people like jump to the conclusion that everybody, that it's like, the rule that generally most people like from down south like are, necessarily slow, and somebody that doesn't fit that, you know what I mean? Like, I guess to always be hearing that generalization, you feel kind of way. You know what I mean? Not that all New Yorkers are like that, because actually, I don't even think it's the majority. A lot of cats, like up there, because like sometimes I've been like, love anything that's hot. Like, I know a lot of people, up there playing Gucci and shit. So, it's not like, and then like, Jay Electronica himself gets a lot of support, so it's not like a inherent hate against the South, it's just certain people sometimes. Let me see what fuck else is there. um, shit, I'm almost like drawing a blank. Well, I mean, like, I guess like it ain't really shit much going on right now. I've just been like, finishing my semester up or whatever. Just about to look for a new job. Like I got like, my relatives, my uncle and my aunt like coming tomorrow night. So like, haven't seen them since my grandmother's funeral, too. So that should be fun. I don't know, like I hope this shit wasn't too fucking boring. But and this is just an introduction joint. I'm just going off the top, like just whatever popped in my head. I hope that like there's some people that still awake at the end of it and whatnot. But anyway, that being said, don't forget to check out the freestyles or whatever on Narotic 613, because I'm a fucking monster. Like tell your kids like don't be worried though. I'm not like saying hiding under your bed. Don't call Chris Hansen. No, but seriously, it's like the cat that, went around from, every day around cat to, illest individual spitting lingo that turned into sex, and we know what it is, it's the NAR kid, you know what I'm saying, NER, that. So that, that's that, so check out all the videos, Narotic 613, check them out, or your parents raised you wrong. Peace.